Hey everybody, it's an awesome night out here in Orlando, Florida. Beautiful night, nice and cool breeze blowing, big full moon back there. See it? That ain't a lamp. That's the full moon. And I'm in a beautiful parking lot because that's the only place I could get light to make this video that ain't too close to the highway, so you hear cars that mess it up. So this is just a fun little video about my favorite porn star, Stoya. Has a picture of her posing in a gym locker room in some black pants and a black sports bra. She looks hot. And on the locker it says, no foul language. No, filthy mouth, no potty mouth. She used a certain word, I forget. But anyway, no cussing. And, some people, personally, I enjoy eloquent speech. I really like listening to somebody talk. If it's about computers, I like to hear the computer jargon. If it's about legal terms, I understand that. I like to hear that. Sexual terms, sometimes, cussing and coarse slang, that's all, well and good. But sometimes I appreciate, terms like fellatio instead of suck my dick, or, cunnilingus instead of eat my pussy, lick my clit. Suck my sweet labia. Well, there's different ways. Different people like different things. Me personally, I like girls that are classy and eloquent, and I don't like a foul-mouthed chick, especially one that uses an F word as loud, boisterous. That's just me. So if you don't like people that cuss, don't hang out with people that cuss. That's the best way to solve that. But I've become more tolerant and acceptable. I don't even like guys that cuss too much, I think they're trying to mask something by using foul language. But comedians use it a lot. I remember the first time I ever heard a Red Fox album. I had watched Sanford and Son when I was like 6 years old. And I thought Fred was the greatest guy, especially when he had Banner with Esther. And then one day I heard him as Red Fox, not Fred G. Sanford. And he was foul, rude, coarse, and I was just totally shocked. But, it is what it is. Me personally, I like comedy like Jeff Dunham and, Bill Cosby, and people that were able to make funny things without, excessive cuss words, but it's tasteful. Chris Tucker uses cuss words tastefully. Anyway, so what am I trying to do in this video? Nothing really. I'm just trying to share some information with people, so they can get an idea and a perspective. Everybody writes things. Musicians write songs about their experiences, about their perspective on issues. And currently I have an issue. I'm not paid to advocate. I'm not paid to speak. It would be great to do so. They're trying to sell me a webinar on my mobile about getting speaking jobs. But, in my life, I've done things to get money, and I'd rather do what I want to do to get money, which is act in porn or be an escort, a male escort. And I have escort advertisements. I just don't get no calls. And, I got that idea from Bruce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, which was a comedy movie. I got it from Elysian Fields, which was Mick Jagger. It was actually a very good movie. Has some substance to it. And, the idea of a male gigolo or Chippendale dancer, etc., isn't a new concept. Some women will pay for sex. Adult porn stars get paid to fuck the hottest babes, the men. Peter North and Ron Jeremy, who have videos. Ron Jeremy has a 12-second video on how to get women, and you can take it any way you want. And then he has another video about what women want. and where to pick up women, and he's got an assortment. But you know, Peter North doesn't give you any, he doesn't give you any rundown on how to get hot chicks in the porn industry or anywhere else. So it is what it is. I don't know the secrets there. But, you know, everybody has a video on how to get girls, and I'm not going to get into that. But I want to tell you things that I think inspire you, and it'll give you, like, a point of view. I watched 33secrets.com, and he's from Las Vegas. He has an idea about, you know, hyper, you know, women that are you know, out for themselves. They don't care about you. He says all the beautiful girls on Instagram, you know, these poor guys, they sit there all day and post how beautiful they are and blah, 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 blah. And they think they're getting somewhere, but really these guys, these girls don't give a shit about you, so you're just wasting your time. You're just validating them. That's why they put it on there, their attention. They want to be told they're beautiful over and over and over because they got psychological issues or whatever. I don't know if that's all true. Look, don't spoil the fun. You know, I like looking at girls on there, hot women, beautiful women, and I like saying stuff. Sometimes I say comical stuff. Sometimes I compliment them. I never expect anything from them. I don't expect them to, you know, to friend me and, you know, or follow me and then start asking me for money, which a lot of them have, and I don't know if they're scamming or catfishers or what, but, you know, men putting women posts up, because some of these people, these girls have like 20 profiles, so you don't know who the hell you're talking to. I mean, they're just putting them up there. All for the mighty dollar. Watch it. I got scammed on Craigslist. Somebody gave me a foul check. I got tricked one time on a street buy. You know, somebody sold me something that looked like what it was supposed to be, but it actually was bullshit. You know, people will do anything for money. It's fucking shitty. So, I mean, you know, welcome to the internet. You got the dark web. They're trying to steal your identity. Oh, my God, you got to guard everything. The blockchain technology they use in Bitcoin money and electronic money now, they're talking about how it's almost impossible to hack, and they tell you why. Because there's blocks, and each block's had an identifier called a hash. But for each individual, the identifying hash, to hack it, you can't change just one block. You have to change like so many blocks that you have to have a supercomputer that can do so many flip-flop, you know, mathematical functions in a certain amount of time to even be able to accomplish it. And by then they'll catch you trying, and, you know, so it's all good. But somebody always finds a way you know, there's always an exception to the rule. So I don't want to linger on that too long. I just want to say, your music has a lot of points. Billy Joel's Angry Young Man, he had this one line in there. It says, I believed in causes too. I had my pointless point of view. I found that just surviving is a noble fight. And, you know, I can understand that more than when I first heard it years ago. You know, that's the way of it is. People will tell you things, and at the time it may not make much sense, and down the road you'll say, oh shit, they weren't kidding. The same thing can make you laugh and make you cry. Think about it. One day it might. But anyway, I don't know what your future holds. I don't get paid to tell people's future. So anyway, I have a cause now. I don't get paid for it, but I do have something to say. I think it's really evil how the banking industry and lending industries have made it so homeless people cannot get financial help at all. They've devised a credit score, and then when it goes, you can't get a job because they check your credit score now. You can't rent anywhere because they check your credit score. So it's kind of like they've systematically created a maze and put them in a box. They can't get a loan because to get a loan, you got to have an address. Even to get a bank account, you got to have a residence, okay? So Let's just make it a little bit harder for the people that are down and out, and then talk about Jesus. Well, let me tell you something, right? You got the right to go there and do whatever. But I remember this pamphlet called Fishy Fishy, right? And what it talks about was churches sending out whores, hot-looking chicks to lure men in, to, you know, so they could get money. And, you know, it's just the same bullshit over and over. Who the hell, Jim Jones got all them people to kill themselves? Stargate travelers, they all suicided out, led by some nut to some... I mean, listen, this is a real world. I want the best, to have the best. Like Cyndi Lauper said, money changes everything. Well, you know, sometimes it don't have to do with skill or talent. It comes down to who your daddy is and who you know. And it's real easy to talk about being a player when you got money out the gazoo because you're a good old boy and you got all the right connections, right? Well, it's so real easy to spit on people that ain't got money. But anyway, that's just too damn bad. There was a comedy movie once, I forget, Jackie Gleason was in it, Richard Pryor was in it, and Dan Aykroyd, and these two guys, just for the fun of it, screwed up his money and gave it to this black guy just to see what would happen. It's a comedy, but I can't remember the name of it. I'm showing my age now. I shouldn't tell you about things before 2019, because then you'll say, oh, he's an old crusty fucker. Listen, I got a six-pack. At 57, and I could probably run circles around your fucking ass. So, oh shit, Stoya, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to close. This was supposed to be eloquent. No profanity. That was the word she used in her. Would you stop fucking buzzing in? You're messing up my video. Oh, sorry about that. I get messages right in the middle. I mean, they never message me till I'm doing this. It's like they're watching. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Stoya. I won't cuss anymore, sweets. My love, my angel. I'll talk to her any way she wants. I'm good. I can do it all. I can speak like a computer geek. I can talk like a badass from the street. I can talk like a nigga. Well, it's all good. Anyway, I don't want to talk like that. I want to speak eloquently and educate the masses and inspire you. Styx, a long time ago, the band Styx, that's S-T-Y-X, had a song called The Grand Illusion. And on that same album, there was another song about, you're the one they can't beat. You're killing yourself, don't believe it. Get back on your feet. You're the one they can't beat. Just take your best shot and don't blow it. Okay, Styx was pretty good. Now, Bruce Springsteen came out with a song called No Escape, No Surrender. And he said, we learned more from a 3-minute record than we ever did in school. And people that are selling music and writing it, they seem to validate that. You know, they use music to express political points, lifestyle points, life experiences, etc., etc. And people tend to think, you know, that these are prophecies. Rush, in one of their songs, Spirit of the Radio, said the words of the prophets are written on studio walls. And Limelight says all the world's a stage and we are merely players. Of course, they stole that from Shakespeare, but it's all good. It's, you know, good things, great minds think alike. All right, promiscuous, precocious girls. There have been songs wrote about them. Betty Davis Eyes and Promiscuous Girl, You're Teasing Me. I forget who did that. I don't really care. Let's see. Don't let people goad you, manipulate you, instigate. You know, it's an old trick in the book, you know. Trying to get you to, you won't dance to their tune, they start insulting you. So, well, don't let them make you mad and do something stupid. Theodore Roosevelt, his prophetic quote was, blame yourself for 80% of your trouble. You know, 9 times out of 10, you're your own worst enemy. Well, think about that when you're self-assessing to change yourself in your life. Paul Harvey used to say the rest of the story, and for everything there is many aspects to the story. There's not, it's just nothing's just cut and dried. If you really want to take an analytical look at something and consider it from all angles before you make a hasty generalization or a false logical messed up decision. Okay, let's see. Instagram is great, I think. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Jay-Z does a gazillion versions of that. He did it with Linkin Park. He did it with AC/DC's Back in Black. He did it with a metal band. He did 20,000 remixes. He really had fun with that song. But I like the line, sorry if you're having girl problems. I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. And I can relate to that. I don't have no problems with women. I'm not married. I don't have any of them after me. Now, there was a period in my life where I kind of went around women that had the 10 signs that the video says, 10 women to avoid. I had a bipolar chick in my life once and made my life hell because she was a fucking... Oh, I'm sorry, Stoya. I'm so sorry. She was a nightmare, and they just let her do it. And I was like, I don't deserve this. Why are you why? I didn't understand that. Then I had a drama queen get me in trouble and cost me money. That was a dream come true. For nothing. For nothing. I'm sick of people for nothing. I've been accused of shit I didn't do. I went to, did a little time once. I'm not proud of that. Don't generally tell it, but let me tell you what they did. I designed some motorcycles in there and sent them to a chopper magazine, not Easy Rider, but there's a subsidy of Easy Rider that does choppers. Well, I designed a suspension system, right? And the next thing I know, Harley's got one out with that type of suspension. They changed it enough, and I didn't get a copyright on it, so, and then I drew a picture once of this voodoo queen, and I went to New Orleans to the Harley shop down there, and lo and behold, it's all over these goddamn sweatshirts. And all they did was change the makeup on the face, but the costume and the general picture was identical. But that's what they do when they steal. They just change it enough, and I ain't getting credit for that. So they'll just tell me it was a coincidence, lay off the dope. Yeah, well, I don't use dope. Just because you do don't mean everybody does. Anyway, let's see. Leonard Skinner, it ain't no good life. Famous line in that song that I like. I don't need change. I need folding money. I want women. I don't want a buddy. My buddy days are over. I don't really like talking to men anymore. The last man shook my hand and tried to steal my fucking pants, okay? Or get in my wallet or bullshit me and con me or fucking lead me down a ditch road. Sorry, Stoya. Once again, dear, I'm sorry. I'm trying to control that. Yeah, so when they come up to me now, like this one in the transit center in Manhattan, this guy, I don't mind people asking for money, but he was so sweet and sappy. It was making me sick. I could sense it in my body. And at Bonner, there was a mission up in Idaho I had to stay at because I was having a housing issue. And I was forced to. I would never do it again, but it was a Christian place. And this guy wanted to pray, so I bowed my head and prayed. And my God, listening to this guy, I was getting so angry. The vibe was just pissing. He was so fake. Fake. I will never do that again, ever. I will never pray again. I will never bow my head with anybody again. Thank you, dude. You know who you are. It made me sick. This is as fake as a $3. He would stab me in the back. All right. Well, too damn bad. Okay. Limelight Rush, Spirit of the Radio. Let's see. Porn male actors get paid. So why should I pay a girl to have sex? Well, if I was a billionaire, I don't give a shit. And in the essence of as service, yeah, I do that. I pay entertainers. But there comes a point like, everybody wants to get paid, but nobody wants to pay anybody, One hand washes the other, and I can't do anything about that. So that's neither here nor there. You probably ain't even experienced. Maybe you don't even live that lifestyle. But musicians and porn stars and all, I guess they get paid for their acts from whoever's making the stuff. I don't know how they make money any other way. Some of them dance in the strip clubs and crap, and I guess they escort, and they do mainstream movies now, some of them, or they write, and, you know, they're getting more business savvy, but what I'm saying is there's so many free sites. You know, who's going to buy a DVD? Who's going to buy a download when they're giving it away? You know, so the same with music and all these instructional how-to videos. How can you sell your music on Apple Download, or how can you sell a CD? Or, I mean, they still do, but I guess some people buy them, but it ain't like it was. So I don't know. The industry's changing. That's something to think about. They say they make money performing, but hey, if you don't, with the corporation who's got all the, you know, the same bands play over and over again in Vegas, in LA. It's always the same people. They're always pushing the same people. The radio plays corporate, you know, so it is what it is. That's why there's indie and, you know, things change. Let's see. I write stuff and then I don't even understand what I wrote. Risky, girlfriend experience. Let's see. Mick Jagger sang something a long time ago. It was one of the first Rolling Stones songs. I can't get no satisfaction. But in there it says they keep giving me useless information. And in my life, that's pretty much what they did. They pumped all this useless information in my brain, tried to sell it to me, sell me this, sell me a dream, everything, you know, but, you know, couldn't make a dime with it. And in this world, that's what counts. You want things, you want the hot chick, you want the fancy car, it takes cash. I want to be rich, I want lots of money. And you can call it what you want. See, if I go somewhere and they promise me heaven as long as I suffer here and I'm poor and I'm happy and content, be content and, you know, you'll be rewarded in the end. But, hey, look, that ain't guaranteed. Here is guaranteed. Might just be a one-shot deal. So I don't know. You can believe what you want to believe, and Tom Petty said that, but everybody's had to fight to be free. Yeah, an old friend of mine told me one time, I didn't really like the guy, but, you know, I didn't want to kill anybody at the time. But he did say something that I remembered very well. Give them what they gave, send them to the grave. Well, think about that, buddy. All of you, think about that. What'd you give? What did you give? Huh? Maybe that's, I don't know. The Grand Illusion. Red Wings, that was a biker term that meant hitting a girl on her period. I don't think they do that in porn. I don't really want to see that, although a lot of people do it. I just, you know. And Anne Rice, in one of her vampire tales, I think it was Memnoch the Devil, this guy liked to suck the girl's menses, you know, when she was on her period. This vampire fed on pussy blood. Okay, well, you know, I'd like to be a pussy juice vampire. That would be a sex vampire. Ooh. Yeah, well, dream on. Dream until your dreams come true. I should get promotion. I should get compensation for promoting all these bands that have been blasting in my head since I was a child. Cyndi Lauper, Money Changes Everything. Oh, well, that's it. That's the whole big picture. 28 minutes of bullshit. But I had fun out here in the beautiful night. Let's see. I covered everything. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I tell you something. You can't go back in time. A lot of people disappointed me. You know, like I said, I had a drug addict one time that, you know, just, they just believed their own bullshit. They didn't realize, and they would do anything for money, and, you know, it's just, Yeah, what are you going to do? And they don't see it. They don't see themselves, and they think everybody else can't see it either. And, you know, sometimes, but I'm tired of dealing with damaged people. I don't get paid to counsel them. I don't get, and half of them wouldn't listen to you anyway. They know it all. I don't get paid to, I'm not a nurse, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a counselor. So I'm just going to stay away from damaged goods. I'm going to get fit, healthy girls who like what I like and, you know, hang out with them. But a lot of people that I want to hang out with are rich, and I don't have the money to go where they go. Am I sad? No. I'm going to have a good night tonight. I hope you enjoy this video and watch all my stuff. Subscribe to my channel. And have a great night. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye.